good grade coming from society, because I have eaten one of the best Arctic chars of my life at Susanne's place, so I know she's hard to please when it comes to food. So, yeah, really, really nice. And I think I'm also really glad to, when we sat at dinner yesterday and I heard all the positive things said about yesterday, because our aim was to give you a lot of tools and ideas and a lot of knowledge to bring back home and start doing the actual work. Because, you know, for this it's just the beginning of the product development that we will be doing in this project together. And I think we got a pretty good start yesterday. I got a lot of ideas myself that I'm going to bring back to my colleagues. I think that also good learning from yesterday was when Emma, Esther and Janka told us not to be afraid to contact them when we have new products and when we have new ideas that we want to present to them. Not wait until Harstad, but please contact them on beforehand just to, you know, test your ideas and test your products on them. And I think that that is something that at least we will take to heart, for sure. And I think that, yeah, we are different. I mean, we as companies and we as colleagues in this project, but also people on the markets that we work with, like Jan, among others, mentioned in the speeches on stage yesterday. We have different backgrounds, we have different opportunities, we have different supply chains, and we have different track connections. But we should not let that stop us from sharing and exploring our ideas with each other. Instead, we should accept our differences and look at our local distinctive features that we have and make them work for us together. And I think that also we should all in this room open our homes and start offering the local family dinners for you guys to sell. So, because we know that there are eager travelers out there wanting to meet the local families. But now, let's continue with today's program. And I think yesterday was a lot about the world looking in at us and giving us new perspective on things. I think today will be more about, you could say, the inner Arctic Circle and the work that we're doing here in the region when it comes to sustainable year-round development. But there are, of course, no rules without exceptions. So I think that we will kick off this day by letting a company from the outside telling their story on sustainable year-round work and adding a splash of culture into the mix as well. This company, I think, is fighting the same challenges as we do here in the Arctic, even though they have their base in another part of Europe. We will hear from Stuart Brown at the Dearness Distillery at Orkney in Scotland. They were established in 2016 as a spirits distillery to produce gin, vodka, whiskey and liquors. And when I asked my colleague Lee at Visit Scotland about a suggestion for a company that would be willing to tell their story here in Levi, he described them like this. They are located in a lesser known area, encouraging dispersal but have a strong sustainable story, and are really tuning to the local community. And I think it almost sounded as he described us here in the audience today. So Stuart will be joining us online, unfortunately, but he will be telling the story about the Dearness Distillery. And I hope, Stuart, that you will hear this warm applause for you now.